finished all he had to tell. Oh, the veil at the holy place is tearing top to down. Top to the maker of the universe has won the golden crown. Won the golden crown. And fear the separation. You can dread the locked away, but the death upon the mountain brings the opening of the way. He gave the final spirit as the darkness filled the sky. The temple curtain shattered for the world to testify. The barrier is broken and the access is for all who hear the invitation and who answer to the call. Oh, the veil at the holy place is tearing top to down. Top to the maker of the universe has won the golden crown. Won the golden crown. And fear the separation. You can dread the locked away, but the death upon the mountain brings the opening of the way. Well, the world will keep you distant with a set of bitter rules, but the master brings you inward and he breaks the wicked tools. Yes, the master brings you inward and he breaks the wicked tools. Oh, the veil at the holy place is tearing top to down. Top to the maker of the universe has won the golden crown. Won the golden crown. And fear the separation. You can dread the locked away, but the death upon the mountain brings the opening of the way. The prophet walked the valley where the dust was lying deep, where the soldiers of the ages were laying fast asleep. The Lord said, "Son of man, can you make these dead men rise?" He said, "Only you can know it, Lord of earth and starry skies." Oh, hear the dry bones rattling on the barren rocky ground. They are coming back together to the gospel's joyful sound. The breath of God is blowing like a mighty rushing wind, and the army of the righteous is rising up again. shaking and a quaking in the wilderness was heard. The sinew and muscle, and the flesh began to grow by the power of the Spirit in the valley down below. Oh, hear the dry bones rattling on the barren, rocky ground. They are coming back together to the gospel's joyful sound. The breath of God is blowing like a mighty rushing wind, and the army of the righteous is rising up again. A doorway and the tomb is just a bed, when the Master gives the order to awaken all the dead. Yes, the Master gives the order to awaken all the dead. Oh, hear the dry bones rattling on the barren, rocky ground. They are coming back together to the gospel's joyful sound. The breath of God is blowing like a mighty rushing wind, and the army of the righteous is rising up again. Is rising up again. Belshazzar threw a banquet for 1,000 of his lords, with heavy cups of silver and a mighty pile of swords. He mocked the God of heaven and he drank the sacred wine, but a shadow came creeping down the heavy marble line. Oh, there's a hand writing on the plastered palace wall, telling of the judgment and the mighty kingdom's fall. Kingdom's fall. Many tekel is the warning in the night. You are weighed inside the balance and you're coming up to light. The king began to tremble and his knees began to knock. The wise men couldn't read it and they stood around in shock. But Daniel read the message of the fiery glowing word, said the Medes and the Persians are gathering their herds. Oh, there's a hand writing on the plastered palace wall, telling of the judgment and the mighty kingdom's fall. Kingdom's fall. Many tekel is the warning in the night. You are weighed inside the balance and you're coming up to light. Well, the wicked world is drinking from a cup of bitter gall. to light. You're coming up to light. I'm standing on the banks of a cold and troubled sea, but a mighty vessel's coming and it's sailing just for me. With the Savior as the captain and the angels at the wheel, I can hear the timber creaking, I can see the holy key. Oh, I'm gonna take a ride on the old gospel ship. I'm packing up my bags for a heavenly trip. We will anchor by the shores of the sweet by and by, on the old gospel ship, sailing up to the sky. Let the raging tempest blow, let the roaring thunder sound. We are safely riding over to a better, higher ground. For the sails are made of mercy and the mast is made of grace, and the compass always points us to the Master's shining face. Oh, I'm gonna take a ride on the old gospel ship. I'm packing up my bags for a heavenly trip. We will anchor by the shores of the sweet by and by, on the old gospel ship, sailing up to the sky. Throw a lifeline to the sinner who is sinking in the wave. There is plenty room aboard her. She is mighty strong to save. Yes, there's plenty room aboard her. She's mighty strong to save. Oh, I'm gonna take a ride on the old gospel ship. I'm packing up my bags for a heavenly trip. We will anchor by the shores of the sweet by and by, on the old gospel ship, sailing up to the sky. torches for to meet the coming groom. They waited in the evening for the light to chase the gloom. But 5 were lacking spirit, and they ran to find a store. while five were burning brightly by the opening of the door. Oh, the lamps of the waiting brides are flickering in the night. In the night, the maker of the universe is coming with the light, with the light. You can slumber in the darkness, you can lose the precious oil, but the bridegroom is a-coming for to end the bitter toil. The bridegroom came a-calling while the foolish were away. They pounded on the portal for to enter in to pray. But he said, I never knew you in the dark and lonely stead, for the door was closed forever to the souls who would not wed. Oh, the lamps of the waiting brides are flickering in the night. In the night, the maker of the universe is coming with the light, with the light. You can slumber in the darkness, you can lose the precious oil, but the bridegroom is a-coming for to end the bitter toil. Well, the world will leave you sleeping while the time is running fast, but the Master brings the wedding for the glory that will last. Yes, the Master brings the wedding for the glory that will last. All the lamps of the waiting brides are flickering in the night. In the night, the maker of the universe is coming with the light, with the light. You can slumber in the darkness, you can lose the precious oil, but the bridegroom is a-coming for to end the bitter toil. Old Joshua stood on the desert plain, looking at the city wide, with heavy gates of iron and stone, and the wicked men inside. The Lord said, march around the town and do not speak a word until you hear the silver blast of the trumpet of the Lord. Oh, the crumbling walls of Jericho are falling to the ground, to the ground, when the mighty shout of the righteous men begins to echo round. The ram's horn blows and the earth it shakes, call out from the high and lofty place. But the seventh morning broke the sky, and they marched it 7 times, and the mighty roar of Israel went ringing through the climbs. Oh, the crumbling walls of Jericho are falling to the ground, when the mighty shout of the righteous men begins to echo round. The ram's horn blows and the earth it shakes, tearing the mortar down. There ain't no fortress big enough to stop the holy sound. Well, the devil builds his barricades out of vanity and sin, but the marching army of the King will always bust right in. Yes, the marching army of the King will always bust right in. Oh, the crumbling walls of Jericho are falling to the ground, when the mighty shout of the righteous men begins to echo round. The ram's horn blows and the earth it shakes, tearing the mortar down. There ain't no fortress big enough to stop the holy sound. To stop the holy sound. I've been traveling this valley with a song in my soul since the day that the Savior made my broken heart whole. Now I'm looking across the water where the tide meets the sand, to the bright and shining hills of the promised Holy Land. Oh, I'm standing on the edge of the heavenly shore, where the waves of old sorrow won't roll anymore. With the sun on my face and the wind in my hair, I'm waiting for the Master to welcome me there. Well, the clouds may gather heavy and the thunder may roar, but I'm tethered to the promise of the King I adore. Every step is getting lighter, every mile is getting short, as I'm sailing my vessel toward the glorious port. Oh, I'm standing on the edge of the heavenly shore, where the waves of old sorrow won't roll anymore. With the sun on my face and the wind in my hair, I'm waiting for the Master to welcome me there. chains inside that sinful town. I've got my compass pointing toward the river Jordan's tide, where the pastures are so green upon the other side. Oh, I am bound for the promised land today. I am walking on the bright and holy way. When I cross the chilling waters and I step upon the sand, I'll be resting safely over in the promised land. In the valley try to turn me from the path, and the storm clouds gather round me with their lightning and their wrath. But I've got the Lord's protection and His pillar made of fire, lifting up my weary spirit, taking me up higher. Oh, I am bound for the promised land today. I am walking on the bright and holy way. When I cross the chilling on the sand, I'll be resting safely over in the promised land. There's a land of milk and honey waiting just across the stream. It is brighter than the glory of my greatest earthly dream. Yes, brighter than the glory of my greatest earthly dream. Oh, I am bound for the promised land today. I am walking on the bright and holy way. When I cross the chilling waters and I step upon the sand, I'll be resting safely over in the promised land. They held the heavy judgment stones to cut the living short. They pushed her at the master's feet and quoted ancient law. But Jesus stooped upon the ground and looked at what he saw. Oh, the writing in the temple dust is speaking to the heart, to the heart. The Savior of the universe is tearing sin apart. You can hold the heavy granite, you can devil brings a heavy rock to strike the sinner down. But the master brings forgiveness, and he wears the mercy crown. Yes, the master brings forgiveness, and he wears the mercy crown. Oh, the writing in the temple dust is speaking to the heart. The Savior of the universe is tearing sin apart. You can hold the heavy granite, you can shout the bitter blame, but the mercy of Jehovah puts the hypocrite to shame. I was standing by the depot in the middle of the night when a mighty locomotive came steaming into sight. There wasn't any lantern and there wasn't any gleam, just the smell of burning sulfur and a dark and heavy steam. Oh, the black smoke is rising on the hell-bound train, and it's rolling down the track toward the fiery rain. And the devil is the engineer, he's shoveling the coal. Brother, don't you buy a ticket with your everlasting soul. While the weeping widow grieves, but they do not see the canyon that is waiting up ahead, where the bridge is burned to ashes and the riverbed is red. Oh, the black smoke is rising on the hell-bound train, and it's rolling down the track toward the fiery rain. And the devil is the engineer, he's shoveling the coal. Brother, don't you buy a ticket with your everlasting soul. It's an engine made of iron for the ruined and the lost. Yes, an engine made of iron for the ruined and the lost. Oh, the black smoke is rising on the hell-bound train, and it's rolling down the track toward the fiery rain. The devil is the engineer, he's shoveling the coal. Brother, don't you buy a ticket with your everlasting soul. The sun was beaten down. The children of the covenant wore a heavy, thirsty frown. They murmured at the prophet, and they cried against the Lord, forgetting all the miracles and the promise of His word. Oh, the water from the Smitten Rock is a flowing clear and cold, clear and cold. The river of salvation for the wandering and the old. You don't need a heavy pitcher, and you don't need a cup. Just kneel beside the living stream and drink the mercy of. Take the rod that parted out the sea, and strike the heavy granite stone for all the camp to see. He brought the wooden timber down and split the mountainside, and outpoured a holy fountain that was deep and running wide. Oh, the water from the Smitten Rock is a flowing clear and cold, clear and cold. The river of salvation for the wandering and the old. And the old. You don't need a heavy pitcher, and you don't need a cup. Just kneel beside the living stream and drink the mercy up. Well, the worldly wells are dusty, and the desert leaves you dry, but the fountain of the Maker is a spring that won't deny. Yes, the fountain of the Maker is a spring that won't deny. Oh, the water from the Smitten Rock is a flowing clear and cold, clear and cold. The river of salvation for the wandering and the old. And the old. You don't need a heavy pitcher, and you don't need a cup. Just kneel beside the living stream and drink the mercy up. Old Samson was a mighty judge, the strongest in the land. He struck the fierce Philistines with the jawbone in his hand. But he listened to a wicked girl and slept upon her knee, and they bound him up in heavy brass where he could never see. Oh, he's pushing on the pillars of the pagan temple, pagan coming back so strong. Oh, he's pushing on the pillars of the pagan temple, pagan temple. The mocking crowd is laughing, but the earth begins to tremble, begins to tremble. Crying, give me strength, Lord, just one time, and let the marble fall. And he buried all the Philistines beneath the crumbling wall. Well, the devil thinks he has you bound and blinded by the night, but the mercy of the Maker is gonna bring the light. Yes, the mercy of the Maker is gonna bring the light. Oh, he's pushing on the pillars of the pagan temple, pagan temple. The mocking crowd is laughing, but the earth begins to tremble, begins to tremble. Crying, give me strength, Lord, just one time, and let the marble fall. And he buried all the Philistines beneath the crumbling wall. Beneath the crumbling She wandered to the water in the middle of the heat, hiding from the whispers of the people on the street. She brought her earthen pitcher for to draw the heavy well, and met a weary stranger with the holy truth to tell. Oh, the pitcher at the Jacob's well is sitting in the clay, sitting in the clay. The Savior of the universe has washed the sin away, washed the sin away. You can thirst for earthly water, you can hide your bitter shame, but the fountain of Jehovah brings a glory to your name. heavy vessel, and she ran into the town to tell the weary sinners that the Savior had come down. Oh, the pitcher at the Jacob's well is sitting in the clay, sitting in the clay. The Savior of the universe has washed the sin away, washed the sin away. You can thirst for earthly water, you can hide your bitter shame, Jacob's well is sitting in the clay, sitting in the clay. The Savior of the universe has washed the sin away, washed the sin away. You can thirst for earthly water, you can't hide your bitter shame, but the fountain of Jehovah brings the glory to your name. But the fountain of Jehovah brings a glory to your name. Grassy mountain steep to hear the Holy Master and to watch the sick and weep. The sun was dropping swiftly and the children started crying, with nothing but a little lunch to keep the folks from dying. Oh, the baskets of the broken bread are passing through the crowd, through the crowd. The Maker of the universe is speaking out so loud, out so loud. You can count your earthly pennies, you can say it ain't enough, but the blessing of the Savior makes a banquet from the rough. From the little boy, he looked up to the Father and he spoke a word of joy. He broke the food in pieces and he multiplied the share, and 12 whole extra baskets were collected standing there. Oh, the baskets of the broken bread are passing through the crowd, through the crowd. The Maker of the universe is speaking out so loud, out so loud. You can count your earthly pennies, you can say it ain't enough, but the blessing of the Savior makes a banquet from the rough. Well, the world will leave you starving when the famine comes around, but the Master brings a sudden feast right out of barren ground. Yes, the Master brings a sudden feast right out of barren ground. Oh, the baskets of the broken bread are passing through the crowd, through the crowd. The Maker of the universe is speaking out so loud, out so loud. You can count your earthly pennies, you can say it ain't enough, but the blessing of the Savior makes a banquet from the rough. altar in the sun, crying out to a deaf old idol till the day was nearly done. They slashed themselves with heavy swords and shouted in the heat, while Elijah sat a-mocking from his high and rocky seat. Oh, the fire on the altar stone is a-falling from the sky, from the sky. Drink up all the water when the desert land is dry, land is dry. You can bow down to your idols made of wood and gold and clay, but the God of old Elijah is answering today. He took 12 stones from the valley and he built the altar right. He laid the heavy timber down to show the Maker's might. He poured 12 barrels of water on the sacrifice and wood, and he prayed a little prayer to the holy and the good. Oh, the fire on the altar stone is a-falling from the sky, from the sky. Drink up all the water when the desert land is dry, land is dry. You can bow down to your idols made of wood and gold and clay, but the God of old Elijah is answering today. Well, the heathen flame is cold and the pagan breath is dead, but the lightning of the Lord is a-flashing overhead. Yes, the lightning of the Lord is a-flashing overhead. Oh, the fire on the altar stone, he is a-falling from the sky, from the sky. To drink up all the water when the desert land is dry, land is dry. You can bow down to your idols made of wood and gold and clay, but the God of old Elijah is answering today.